Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. My name is Numan and I did my Hajj this year in 2025 with my travel through Heritage Hajj. This is a short video of my experiences through my journey from the outset when I booked in the Nusuk portal right through to landing back in the UK. So Nusuk is not very straightforward. A lot of technical issues come up and it's very important to trust Brother Ammar, who's always available by WhatsApp, to follow step-by-step his instructions and be patient along the way. Okay, multiple times I got thrown out of the portal and Brother Ammar was always there to turn to be able to get some reassurance and advice on next steps. Ultimately, when it comes to booking your package, you need to remember that the Hajj experience or going on Hajj is an invitation from Allah in the first place. So please bear this in mind. It's all part and parcel of your Hajj. And it starts with making the intention, okay, and then the booking, and then the flights, etc., all the way through to the end. Okay, that's where your Hajj really starts. It did for me anyway. Bear in mind that this has to be a transformative experience, and Brother Ammar made sure that once the Hajj packages were booked, that we had meetings available by phone, and he booked in with us, gave us our itineraries, and then also booked in for sessions to take place on site at the Heritage Centre, and a welcome to Door Hospitality at Disbury Masjid, where we got to see who would be taking our package from, and how they would be taking care of our hospitality whilst we were with them. Any questions when it came to logistics and things on site, at the hotels, transportation, that was all managed through Maya Travel and Door Hospitality. And that's where the meeting at Disbury Masjid was very useful. Following that, we had a couple of sessions at the British Muslim Heritage Centre with Sheikh Anis, who took us step by step the spiritual experience of Hajj and what we needed to prep for, what the steps we needed to take whilst we were on Hajj, and the most important thing was making sure that we had an accepted Hajj. So that was very useful as well before we even went away. And then obviously we had everything in terms of our flight details, itineraries, and you know, Brother Ammar was always on hand, checking up on us, travelled with us, and also made sure that travel on the ground was really easy once we arrived in Jeddah. And you know, it was surprising that, you know, the travel was so smooth. Even when we arrived in Jeddah, I was expecting to wait for hours based on previous experiences of Umrah, and it wasn't the case. You know, within an hour and a half, I'll say, we were on the coach and on our way to Medina. So absolutely fantastic in terms of logistics and planning. You know, even the Mina camp, which was meant to be a daunting experience, was made so easy. I think Saudi Arabia, in terms of their Hajj preparations, did a fantastic job, really made you feel welcome, were always on hand to make sure that you were going in the right direction, that any questions were answered. Sheikh Anis was always available by WhatsApp, so if you had any spiritual concerns or any steps that you think you were going to miss, any problems that came up, that you always had something and someone available to be able to guide you. There's plenty of people around, so don't be too worried about not being able to have access to somebody in the moment. Somebody's always available by phone or in person. Okay, lots of patience required, and it's very important to go with the mindset that things can go wrong, and hopefully it will make any experience of things that are not quite right a bit more manageable, a bit easier for you, inshallah. But Brother Ammar was fantastic. His hospitality and logistics and planning, I can't say enough about how much effort that he put in. I've done a bit of logistics myself before, in terms of events planning and whatnot, so I know the kind of running around that needs to happen out of hours, behind the scenes. The work that goes into it is incredible, and Brother Ammar did not fail on any account. For sisters, the elderly, vulnerable, Brother Ammar was always on hand, made sure that they were looked after, and his chivalry was noted on a number of occasions, and may Allah accept it from you. Yep, when you're there and you are rooming with other people, they do, I wouldn't be so scared. I think it's something that people do worry about who they're going to end up with, but as Brother Ammar said, and rightly so, you will end up making friendships, brotherhoods, sisterhoods that last a lifetime, and that's exactly what happened. And I was one of those warriors. So alhamdulillah, jazakallahu khairan for your support, your effort, guiding us through. And whilst I know that these things are there's a lot of things that are outside of our control, you know, as far as my travel, Dur hospitality, I couldn't have had a better Hajj experience. Not that I've got anything to compare with, but I did have inside my mind certain expectations of how things would go, and you know, my travel did exceed my expectations. And jazakallahu khairan, may Allah reward you, and I hope you all benefit from this video, inshallah. Jazakallah khair.